Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to 𝗔𝗦𝗜𝗨𝗚 for achieving SAT score 1570, 𝗧𝗘𝗟𝗨𝗚 1540, 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓 1510, and many more top 1% scores. Join our Christmas SAT/ACT free boot camp on December 23rd and 24th for high school grades 9 through 12, or middle school grades 7 through 8. Also win Visa gift cards. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy, manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT/ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers for grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS 𝗓𝐬𝐴SC గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626-BUDDY.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్ట్లు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ.
Tvasiatelugu ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ హలో అండ్ వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు అవర్ హాలిడే సీజన్ ఎపిసోడ్ ఆఫ్ టాక్ షో విత్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్. మనతో ఉన్నారు మన ఎక్స్పర్ట్ రాహుల్ రెడ్డి గారు. రాహుల్ గారు, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ బీయింగ్ ఆన్ ద షో అండి.
థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ ఇన్వైటింగ్ మీ గారు.
Thanks. This program has been brought to you by the Test-Prep Pundits. Test-Prep Pundits are home for the top 1% scores on SAT and ACT. Tests, they help you achieve the best for your kids. They're offering long-term courses for grades 7 through 12, which include free mock tests as well. So please visit their website for further details. Test-Prep Pundits thanks their teachers, students, and parents for their hard work. Guess what, guys? They have a free Christmas boot camp December 23rd and 24th. So don't miss out on that. Please do enroll and avail of their free boot camps. This program has been supported by movers.com and Malabar Jewelers. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BBTV, and Dish Network. All right, guys, coming to the topic for today. We've had a slight last minute change in Mata. Rahul Garu, this is like our worst fears have come true in Mata. So Senate Parliamentarian rejects immigration provisions, Andy. We've been hearing and fearing that this might happen, and we've been wishing that this won't. So what is the future of immigration, and what's next for us?
As you know, Nitya, our audiences knows for the budget bill in the Senate, though, we only need 51 votes, which they do have 51 votes. So anything which is not a budget related have to go through filibuster, which requires 60 votes. So they're trying to push this immigration provisions in this budget bill, saying that it will impact on the budget of the it will impact on the budget. So the Senate Parliamentarian, the one that has been appointed by the Senate Majority Leader, says that it's not related to budget. They're not going to include this. They should not be. She can only recommend, though. It's not necessary that the Senate, it's binding on the Senate.
Right.
Senate can still proceed with it. And if you look into the last Senate, when at the time of Trump era, the Senate ignored parliamentarian. They did not, they did pass through a couple of different things, especially the appointment of the Supreme Court judges and other things. So the Senate at this point also can do it.
Okay.
However, there seems to be two senators that may not fall in line because the majority is just 50-50 and the vice president vote pings to 51-50. So there are two Senatarians. One is Senator 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗓 from West Virginia, and then we have Senator 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓, Arizona. These are the two Democratic senators that are dilly-dallying, and we have to get them on the boat to improve the immigration provisions. So if we can get them on the boat, we can still pass the immigration provisions. My argument.
Anything our viewers can do, Andy, to help?
They should write letters. The draft of the letter is already provided in there. In the link, our TVS have provided the link there. So they can they can send a letter to the senator. So these two senators are the main thing that are problematic. Senator 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓 from West Virginia and Senator 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓, Democrat from Arizona. These two are the crucial. If they are on the boat, we can still pass this bill.
So just to clarify, Andy, anyone from anywhere can write to them, kada? It's not that only people from Virginia or Arizona.
They may give preference to the people who are from the same constituency, but there is nothing that says that nobody else can write a letters to these senators. Yes, anybody can petition to them to request them, though. There is other thing, Nitya Garu, is that, it doesn't look like they presented all provisions of the immigration bill. I don't know why they did not. It doesn't look like. So since they have not presented the employment-based immigration, at least it doesn't look like, there is no reason for us to not include them in the bill. We can still include them in the bill because Senate Parliamentarian never rejected the employment-based immigration, though. She may have rejected for the DACA, the kids who came into the United States, we also call as dreamers. She may have rejected that, but not the employment provision. So that's the second option that the Democrats should pursue, is that to include still the employment-based immigration. And the third thing is that if this whole immigration provision bill fails, though, we will come to know by January. I mean, this should be passed this week, and maybe at the most next week. If it doesn't pass this week, though, most probably it's not going to be going through. The immigration provisions are not going to go through. As the executive of this country, the president of this country, though, he can change some regulation. The simple regulations are that when you look into the INA, the act passed by the Congress, though,
Yeah.
it doesn't say clearly whether the family members should be counted or not.
Correct. Yeah.
So the administration can interpret in that way, that not counting the family members in the 140,000 green cards. So that's not at this point of time that we should request the president, though. But if this fails, our next fight will be not including the family members will be the main thing that we have to do.
Okay.
Because if that comes in, the numbers will go to almost like 140 to 300,000 every year.
Right.
So that still should be a good relief for us if the things go through. If you look into the number of green cards that have been waiting, it's only 450,000 people who have been waiting in the line for the getting green card. Out of the 450,000 people, 440,000 people, 360,000 people are Indian nationals. So,
My God.
so definitely this employment-based provision is affecting Indians much worse than anybody else.
Right. Wow. Okay. Fingers crossed, and it's I don't know what to say also, because this was something that we were hoping won't happen, but has happened.
Yeah.
But let's hope that this too shall pass, and then it can do something about it. So fingers crossed. We're not losing hope, guys. Come on. Buck up and write to the Arizona senator and the
West Virginia senator. West Virginia
senator as well. All right. Coming back to our topic for the day, Andy. So the employment-based green card process. We talk a lot about the employment-based green card process. Rahul Garu, can you explain from the beginning how the process of green card works for those who are coming who are employment-based background?
Mostly I'm going to speak about EB2 and EB3. These are the provisions which people use. EB1 is a little bit more complex. It has many different divisions, though.
Right.
The employer files something called labor certification. The employer has to prove that there is no American worker available for the kind of position for which this alien is getting hired.
Right.
Depending on whether the position requires a bachelor's degree plus 5 years experience or master's degree, which will fall into the EB2, or if it only requires 2 years experience or bachelor's degree, it's not both, it's 2 years or bachelor's degree, then it will be under EB3 provision. These are the two main things people do. Mostly what people do, Nitya Garu, I want to advise people is that they all know that the H-1B is only limited for 6 years. After that, they will have to leave the country unless they have an I-140 approved or the labor certification has been pending more than 1 year. I don't want these people to start their green card process at the 5th year starting. I don't want in the 6th year starting. I want them to start in the 1st year itself. Get it out of the way. There are many advantages. One, your spouse will get an EAD. You will get the priority date well ahead of other people. We have noticed that if the priority date is 2012 as versus 2015, the things were completely different. So it's better to start as soon as possible.
Right.
And then a lot of people think that, oh, I must get the H-1B approvals to start the green card. No, you don't need to. You don't need to be an H-1B to start the process, though. Does the F1 OPT and STEM extension people start the green card process immediately? Absolutely, they can. Especially for non-Indians, though, they don't even need H-1Bs. I mean, because OPT and STEM extension is 3 years, you get a labor certification, you file a 485 application, guess what? You don't even go to the H-1B lottery, you directly get an EAD. Now, obviously, it may not be working for most of the Indian nationals, but they should try to strive as fast as possible. On F1, you can do it. On H4, you can file a green card form application. On H1, of course, you can do it too. And when you are L1 visa, though, this is where some of the people do a mistake, is that even though the L1, which may be valid for 5 years, depending on whether it's L1B or L1A, 7 years, especially for L1B people, you should try to get the EB2 and EB3 as soon as possible. Now, for the people who are on L1A, though, if the company applies for the I-140 under EB1C, definitely go for it. But if the company is dilly-dallying, no, I don't know whether I will do it, I may do it, it's after 5 years, after 6 years, at the 7th year I will do it, then do one favor. Try to tell them to file a EB2 or EB3 immediately. because you will be able to retain the priority date. You may have a lot of other options just in case if your I-140 with EB-1C gets denied. Don't wait until the 7th year and get your I-140 denied or not filed by your employer.
Right.
At least try to get the basis for AB2 and AB3. Then you can try your luck on the AB1C. If that gets through, that's good. You will still retain the priority date. So it's worth the time that you will be investing, guys, will be worth for you. It is better you start earlier rather than later.
You brought up an interesting point, Rahul, about the F1 folks as well, starting the green card process. Now, you have mentioned that in the past that with F1, you're not showing intent of immigration, right? You're just going in.
That is right. That is only when you are entering into United States of this country.
Got it. Okay.
Once you are here, you can change your mind, and once you change your mind, you can apply for the green card.
Okay,
so there is no problem for the people who change their mind. It's only when they're applying for the visas. If they have a green card application, they may have a problem. They have to disclose it, and there are a lot of problems. You already have the visa. You're already in the country. You're on the OPT. Most probably you're on the OPT, or you're studying. You're already studying. So either you're studying, you're on the OPT. This is the right time for you to file a green card application.
Got it. So even while they're actually pursuing their masters or whatever, that time itself they can start the process.
Absolutely, they can.
Guys, this is like a treasure trove of information, you know, what we've gotten today. So all your students who are sitting and waiting to be employed and then start your H-1B process and, you know, subsequently the green card process, get on the, sort of bandwagon now and get your dates in. Rahul, I didn't even know about this one. This is
as you know, Nitya, on the H-1B, there is a lottery process. Hit and miss. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, sometimes you know that. Everybody knows that. But in the green card, the success rate is, even for the labor certification, 97% of the cases gets approved. So while you are pursuing to get the H-1B though, take this green card too. I mean, in 2007, Nitya Garu, especially in your term though, at the time when you applied for adjustment of status though, for 2007, when the opening came in, there is a company in Ohio, I don't want to name that company, it's a very good company. So they encourage these people to file the perm labor certification. And guess what? They avoided the H-1B completely. They just filed a 483 application.
Oh, wow. Yeah. This just hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea about this, that you could start your green card process while you were a student. So that's an amazing piece of news to have. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Sorry, Andy, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No,
to that?
I'm fine. Let's go to the questions.
So on that note, let's start taking our callers, Andy. Let's take our first caller for the day today. All right, caller with phone number ending in 8692. We're ready for you now. 8692. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm ready for my question?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
So I just had this question. I applied for adjustment of status under EB3, and I got the receipt notice. The receipt date on that notice is October 1st. And then recently I just saw a case status update on the USCIS website that they have transferred my case from it had gone to the National Benefit Center, and I don't know where it has gone. But they said that the case has been transferred to another service center on December 15th. So my question is, for the AC-21 portability, will you take into consideration the original receipt date, or will it be the date of transfer?
It will be the October 1st. It is their internal things that they are transferring based on the caseload from one office to another office, sometime based on the convenience that they have. But your 180 days for the AC-21 starts on October 1st, not on December 15th.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for calling us. Let's take our next caller, Randy. And in the meantime, Rahul Garu, I have a question for you. This is from Mukesh Nagar 1. Says, I downgraded to EB3 and my priority date is March 2012. That date has retrogressed. My son's age is locked and he's going to be 21 next August. Can I interfile or refile to EB2 after he turns 21?
After he files 21, definitely not. Did you say it's March 2012?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, he can do it right now because right now it's fine.
Okay.
March 12 final action date. Final action date under EB2 is still current for him.
Yeah, he's downgraded to EB3.
Yeah, but final action date for EB2 is current if he's doing interfiling.
Correct.
So he can do interfile right now. He can do refiling right now. Most probably, since his final action date, the kid is already locked, and his final action date under EB2 are also current. I may recommend him to file the entire new application unless you have used the E-idiot advance parole though. But not after the kids turn 21. Definitely not. Don't do that. Only do it before.
So it looks like this warrants sort of a longer conversation, Rahul Garu.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, when there is a kid's age involved, and when the age is already locked, and now you're trying to make a move to a different visa category, EB2 or vice versa, though, you have to be very careful because you're unlocking the age. So it's better to have a private consultation with a lawyer before you take any decision.
Okay.
But right now, your son is safe. He is locked under EB3. No problem with him.
Okay. All right, Andy, let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 7075. Andy, we're ready for you. Please press *6 Andy to unmute your line. Hello?
Yeah, hi. My name is Pranay. Hi, Nitya, and hi, Rahul.
Hi, Pranay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I actually called last week also, so I have a follow-up question. So basically, I'm at company A currently who filed my 485 last year. My priority is September 2013, and I'm planning to accept an offer from another company. So my question is...
before you ask any question, though, is your underlying I-140 approved?
Yes. EB3 and EB2 are both approved with employer A.
Okay, now September 2013, keep going.
Yeah, so if I plan to move to this new company B, but before doing that, if I ask my company A to interfile and change it to EB2, do I again need to wait for 6 months, or I can just ask them and...
Good question. No, if you do interfile, you do not have to wait for 6 months. So they can interfile for EB2 right now. Within 1 week, you can leave the company, and you will not be subject to the 180-day rule after filing the 485 application. And you have clearly indicated to me both EB2 and EB3 I-140 were already been approved. So if you interfile right now, next week you move, you are fine. You carry the adjustment of status to the new company.
Okay. Got it. That's good to know. My second question is, like, I interfiled my medicals, as per the suggestions which you gave, but it didn't get attached to my 485. I filed FOIA and it was not there. So if I move to this new company, I ask them to file my 485J, can I ask them to also include my medicals along with it?
Nothing wrong with it. It definitely won't harm you. I can assure you that.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right, let's take our next caller. And Rahul, there's a question for you. This is from Ravi Remella. Says, waiting for 485 interim benefits since November of 2020, I-140 approved, biometrics done, raised an emergency request through the congressman and senator, 2 separate times, 3 months apart. My $1 million question is, if there is a job loss, driver's license expiration and travel restrictions are not a valid reason, what else could be a valid reason? Does litigation work, and what is the success rate?
Before I go to the litigation, but let me answer. If I know a way that I can expedite the interim benefits other than going to court litigation, though, my line for people meeting me and getting their benefits done will be all the way from Houston. It will end up in Dallas.
Okay.
That's how long people will be. I don't have a method, though. With regards to the litigation, our office has been filed recently about 5 or 6 court litigations. We may be able to update you a little bit later on though, but if you want to, you can contact a gentleman by name Stephen Brown in our office. I don't do the court litigation, he does it. But you can contact him. But at this point of time, we don't have the results of the court litigation. But as the things develop, we will update you.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 4795. We ready for you now? Caller with number ending in 4795, Andy. Please press *6 to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi, ma'am.
Hello? Hi, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
So actually, my husband PD is 2014 September, and in last October we have downgraded from EB2 to EB3, and 485 medicals are also there. So everything is pending. And now we are planning, actually, what are the pros and cons if we move the company now? Because they are closing the account.
Is the I-140 approved?
Yes.
Good. There is no con. There is only there's no con at all.
Yes,
there's no pro if you move to the different company. There is no con. Actually, it's all disadvantages if you stay with the company and the company closes. So there is absolutely no con. I mean, only pros for him to move out of the company.
Actually, he works for a services company, and now they are offering into a product company. So we are thinking like, and we didn't get any EB3 EAD so far.
That's fine. If the EAD is not there for you, for your husband, he can move on H1B. He can move on H1B.
Yeah. So what are the possibilities? Like if we move the company, then are we like stalling our EB3 EAD as well as EB2? Like, because I heard that from your shows a lot.
No. You're absolutely mistaken though. If your husband moves to a different company, he doesn't have to file a AOS. He doesn't have to file an EAD. He doesn't have to file advance parole. And same thing, you don't have to file anything. You already filed it. Once the USCIS gives the EAD and advance parole, if you want to, you can start using it. But absolutely not required to file PERM, I-140, adjustment of status, or EAD. Obviously, when the EAD expires, before it expires, you have to file an extension. But you don't have to file it. The process will not start again.
Oh, okay. So if fortunately if we got our EB3 EAD and EAP, can we marry it, or is
Absolutely.
it again?
Absolutely.
Because the date retrogressed.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's a good question. Just because you dates retrogress, can you change the company? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. Now, if you have an EAD, date retrogressed, can you still get married, use the EAD and advance parole? Absolutely, yes, you can.
Oh, okay. So now there are no issues if we change also.
Absolutely not, ma'am. Next person.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you so
I
much.
myself have used the EAD once I got it from the adjustment of status.
Yeah, we have a medical issue also. So yeah, we had a private consultation with you too a couple of months ago. So we have been worrying like whether to move it to the next company. Suppose if they close their account and suddenly we have job loss, we'll be in trouble.
You'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Thank you so much.
Let's take our next caller.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right. And Rahul Garu, there's a question from Nitin T. He says, how can I request to expedite advance parole card if I have to travel for some important need to visit India?
You can do the service request. If you have very real emergency, they may honor it. But please believe me, they only may give you up to 35 days or 40 days of advance parole though. If you're expecting that just because they expedite the advance parole, you're going to get an EAD, that is not true. They will only give 35 days to maybe up to a maximum of 3 months of advance parole.
Okay.
And especially if there is any life danger situation to the family members where you have to go and visit them, that's when they do expedite.
Got it. Got it. All right, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Caller with the phone number ending in 0258. Number ending in 0258. We ready for you now? Hello?
5 days or 40 days
Hello?
for transfer. If you're expecting that just
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello,
Hello.
sir?
Yes.
Sir, please press *6 to unmute your line.
Press it.
Hello, sir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Nitya and Rahul Garu, for your service to the community. I have one quick question. Okay, my priority date is September 2014. I have received my EAD card with an EB3 downgrade from consulting firm. And now I have EB2 approved with the current company, which is the top company. Now the question is, my wife application has been, denied based on the incomplete. Now, lawyer challenged it, but I did not get any updates, and because of lawyer is not healthy, so he said it's very hard to respond to my questions. I asked my consulting firm. They said, we'll check with them. They're not responding positively, though. My question is now, what will happen to my wife's case? How can I proceed further? Should I ask my new employer to file the, my wife's application? Yeah.
Your wife application can be filed not by your own consulting company. It can be filed by any private lawyer also. But the problem right now is the dates are not current, though. So unless there is some tweak in there that USCIS has done a mistake in rejecting it, there is nothing can be done. You'll have to wait for the filing dates to be current again for you to file for your
Even with my existing lawyer?
That is right, because unless the USCIS says that we did a mistake, we're going to accept it, there is nothing anybody can do right now.
Oh, even my old lawyer cannot do anything?
No, because if it's his mistake, he did not send a check with it, then it's his mistake that USCIS is not going to accept it. You will have to wait until...
Wow, that's so crazy then. Oh, my wife, because the problem was, he did not take mark one of...
It's going to be very tough to discuss whether or not USCIS has done a mistake in this 2 minutes that we have. But I can tell you that if they did a mistake, that's fine. If you did a mistake, though, it's up to their discretion to accept it or not accept it. If they don't accept it, she has to maintain the non-immigrant status. So for example, if she's an H4, you have to maintain the H1B until she files a 485 application.
So that means there is no use of getting EB. Wow, that is okay. Interesting.
Okay, you can think off the line though. Okay, that'll be better.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller.
Thank you.
And while we're waiting for our next caller, let's take this question, Andy. This is from Animesh Tiwari. He says, Rahul sir, can we travel while 485 EAD extension is still in progress? Existing EAD is valid till April 22.
Yes, absolutely you can travel. As long as you're planning to come back before April of 2022, you can. But one thing, Nitya Garu, that people, when they tell me that they don't ask the questions properly, it's not the EAD. Correct. It's the advance parole that is until April of 2022. Sometimes EAD may not have an advance parole. Be careful on that thing. Right. So if your advance parole is expiring in April of 2022 and you are planning to get back to United States before April of 2022, even though your advance parole is pending, you can definitely travel.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with the phone number ending in 9623. 9623. We're ready for you now. *6, Andy, to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 9623. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi Nitya. Hi Nitya Garu. Hi Rahul Garu. Thank you for taking my call.
Hi.
I have filed for my EB3 downgrade back in October 2020, and my downgrade application got rejected 5 times, and on the 6th attempt...
When you say rejected, you mean to say premium processing got rejected?
Sorry, Rahul Garu. Yes, my premium processing got rejected 5 times. Okay. And on the 6th attempt, they asked me to submit after 30 days. and we submitted after 30 days, there was absolutely no response. So we waited up for 1 month and we resubmitted. And on the 7th attempt, we got the exact same response shy after 30 days. So this last response we got maybe 10 days ago. And when we contacted USCIS, we happened to get hold of a tier 2 officer, gave us a call back. And what she said is she is able to see my EB2 priority date marked on my EB3 file. So she's kind of saying that we also did an interfiling request in the month of August. So she's saying that looks like your interfiling request is accepted because I do see your EB2 priority date marked on your EB3 file. So you should be ready to be adjudicated anytime. So my question is, Rahul Garu, do I need to try this premium processing?
No, you need to try the premium processing. You need to try the premium processing again, though. The reason is that the basis for your 485 from October to August, what was the basis for it? Definitely not EB2 because it was not current. It was EB3. So EB3 is never approved for you. So the basis, the foundation is not there yet. You still need the foundation. Okay. So you still need the premium processing. I will still keep on trying to get the premium processing though. Try this time, not that it's helping all the time, try this time to include the labor certification along with the premium processing though. I mean, we're trying different things. I mean, I'm not telling that your lawyer is bad or anything like that, but I would try using the labor certification. That sometimes is helping out right now.
Okay. Then one last question, Rahul Garu. We did try to submit another 485, fresh 485 using my husband as the primary in November of 2021. And it went to National Benefit Center and they transferred my 485 to Texas. So technically I am current in both, but we are just waiting at the Texas Service Center. Now the question is my daughter's age locked? Because she is EB3, but EB3 I-140 is never approved. But at least with my husband's priority or I-485.
And what is your husband's priority date?
It's Jan of 2011, straight EB2.
Oh, yeah. She's definitely locked. She's definitely locked.
Okay. Okay.
She's locked.
Thank you, Rahul Garu. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Thank you.
All right, let's take our next caller and then get to our questions. This question is from 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗏, actually. All right, I have a hard time getting some of these names, but I guess 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗏 actually says 3 weeks back we got a receipt notice for a 485J. So to receive the EAD and AP card, does the 485J need to be approved first? How long does it take to get a 485 approval? After retrogression, any chance to get a green card?
Okay, multi-part question. First is the 485J does not need to be approved to get an EAD advance call. It does not need to be. 485J, normally we sometimes see them approving, sometimes they don't even approve it, they directly approve the 485 though.
Okay.
So not to worry, ignore the 485J completely though. Now the second question that he's asking is that his dates are backlogged right now. I mean the final action dates. How long it will take for him to get the green card? While the backlog is there, they cannot get the green card. So he has to wait for the final action date to become current for his case to be approved. So now technically he's not supposed to get the green card. He will have to wait until the final action date become current for him. And how long it's going to take, depending on how many green cards the USCIS is going to give in this particular year. I have the data in front of me, Nitya Garu. Last year, they only give 160,000 green cards though. Happens to be that in the last quarter, they approved 86,000. The first 3 quarters, they approved about 74, but the last quarter, they approved 86,000. Assuming if people keep on putting a pressure on the Congress, the draft letters that Tvasia has been providing, assuming they keep on contacting the ombudsman, keep on contacting the USCIS director, if we get all those things, so the dates will move much forward though. But if they don't, if they stop adjudicating the cases, so we have 290,000 green cards.
Right.
If they adjudicate 290,000 green cards though, believe me, and you know, in this sheet, it says the number of green cards that are pending is only 290,000 green cards pending.
Okay.
290,000 adjustment of status pending right now. So if they give all the green cards to the people though, I mean, then there will not be, by end of September, everybody who is there in the pipeline should get the green card.
Wow.
But it depends on our audiences, like the way they did the effort in the last 3 months, where they have used 86,000. If we put the same pressure and they adjudicate the 86,000 every year, every quarter, then we'll be in a good shape. Everybody will get. So it depends on how many green cards they give, the dates will move.
Got it. Thank you so much, Andy Rahul Garu. Folks, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back after a quick commercial break.
Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗨𝗚 for achieving SAT score 1570, 𝗧𝗘𝗟𝗨𝗚 1540, 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗨𝗚𝗓 1510, and many more top 1% scores. Join our Christmas SAT/ACT free boot camp on December 23rd and 24th for high school grades 9 through 12, or middle school grades 7 through 8. Also win Visa gift cards. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us, 844-383-7844.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, mallipuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, mallipuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India
with Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS 𝗏𝗏𝐻 గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844626 బడి.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు. మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్. $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం వడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది.
Welcome back to the show and let's continue with our callers, Andy. Let's take our next caller. All right, let's see. Caller with phone number ending in 9804. We're ready for you now. Caller with phone number ending in 9804. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello, sir?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Nitya ma'am.
Yeah. Hi. Chapad, sir.
Yeah, I'm Sam from North Carolina.
Hi, Sam. Go ahead, please. We can hear you.
Yeah. Hi, Rafika. So,
Hi, Sam.
actually, I had H1 issues into this year. So I had to went for a change of status for F1. And without approving that, without got the approval, again, I got approval for another H1 change of status. It's like a bridge status. So do I have to do do I have to continue the course, whatever I have completed for F1?
So right now, do you have a H1B with the I-94?
Yeah, H1A with the I-94, yes.
So you have the I-94. Yeah, you since you have the H1 approval, you don't have to continue on F1 though. I may recommend that you may have to travel outside the country and coming back though, because I don't want the F1 to be approved. Then the last action rule kicks in, then you'll be on F1.
Yeah, that F1 did not get approval. Without getting that,
as long as you have the I-797A approval of the H1B with the I-94, you don't have to go to school, sir. You can start working.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you so much. That's what I just want to confirm. Do you get any issues in future GC or something like?
No, but I just don't want the F1 to be approved though. I want you to take care of that. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Yeah. I'm requesting for withdraw. Yeah, thank you so much.
Sounds good. That's a good plan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. And in the meantime, we have a question. This is from Unmesh Kulkarni. Says, file my H4 EAD in September of 2020 and AOS dependent EAD in December of 2020. If my adjustment of status EAD is approved before the H4 EAD, which EAD will be valid if I have both EADs approved?
None of them will be valid unless you use any of those.
True. I guess he's.
So if you use the adjustment of status EAD, and then he gets the H4 EAD though, he would be considered to have been married to the adjustment of status though. He loses the H4.
Okay.
But if he doesn't use, then it's fine. It depends on which he uses.
He uses, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, Andy. All right. Our caller with phone number ending in 7427. We're ready for you. 7427. Hello? Hello? Caller with phone number ending in 7427. We're ready for you now.
Hi. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right. Hi, my name is AJ. Quick question. This is for my spouse H4 EAD extension. Right now, I'm planning to move my employer from A to B, and my current employer, he has approved I-140 for me for December 15. And when I move to employer B, can my wife, extend her H4 EAD even though I will not have my I-140 approved with a new employer until 2 years or so, until 2020?
You said December 15. did you meant to say December 2015 or did you meant to say December 15, 2021?
No, December 2015. It's EB2 approved.
Right. Absolutely, she can use that I-140 approval to extend the H4 EAD until your H1B expires with the company B. Even though you do not have the I-140 approval with company B, your wife is eligible, entitled for the H4 EAD.
Okay. Okay. Even
The reason
my employer.
the reason I'm telling you is that the company that you're working with has not withdrawn the I-140 approval within 180 days after it is approved. Now, after you leave the company, even if they withdraw it, whatever I said stands good.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. That was my question.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, there's a question from Manjunatha Lokesh Patel. Says my 131 AP is not approved. More than 1 year has passed and EAD has been approved. All family members 131 AP is approved. Only main applicant AP is not approved. So I can't use my EAD.
Whoa. You can use a EAD,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was going to say.
Yeah, you can use the EAD. There is nothing that prohibits. You cannot travel outside the country because your advance parole is not approved. Right. You can absolutely use the EAD if you want to.
Okay. Thank you. Wow, guys, you should send this question like a year ago. All right. Let's take a caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 3309. Caller with phone number ending in 3309. We're ready for you. *6 Andy to unmute your line. Please press *6 to unmute your line. Caller with number ending in 3309. All right, let's put this caller on hold, go to the next caller. And in the meantime, we have a question. This is from Shiva Kumar. Says, I've applied for my 485 in October of 2020. Priority date on EB3 is 2014 May. I got an approval on Friday for my EAD, but not for advance parole. Can you please suggest what I have to do?
I don't know what's going on in the USCIS, why they are approving when you file both the things at the same time. There's nothing you can do. You can request a service request because your advance parole is pending. But yeah, if they want to use a EAD as we concluded, Nitya Garu, they can use the EAD, but they cannot travel outside the country though. That's all.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take a caller, Andy. Caller with number ending in 8174. We're ready for you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me, Nitya Garu?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Please
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
Actually, I already applied last October 2020 I-485, EB3 downgrade. And my I-140 approved last August. And now my dates are retrogressed. My priority date is 2012 May.
Oh, 2012 May,
right.
okay.
So, yeah. So the EB2 current right now in January bulletin. So I'm planning to apply 485. That's what my first question is. It okay? Can I apply parallelly?
If you didn't use the EADs?
No, I don't have.
Right? You're still on H1B.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely.
Exactly. I don't have a EAD.
Got it. You can file a 485 application.
Okay.
And one suggestion that I would suggest you is that when you file the 485, there will be something called A number. Keep it blank. Because when you keep the A number, they're attaching it back to the service center where it's pending, which ends up to be Texas Service Center. So don't keep the A number.
Interesting.
And they will not reject. I've never seen any 485 getting rejected because of A number though, because people don't fill the A number. Remember there was another lady who came in, her husband's application is pending at National Benefit Center. She has been transferred because she got the A number there. She put it there and they transferred it there. So I would suggest you that when you file a 485, don't put the A
Got it. Thank you. On top of this question, actually, once I file a 485, I got another opportunity to move to B company. After filing, can I move after a month or something? Is that okay?
No. Unfortunately, if you file under EB2, you want EB2 to be activated though. You will have to wait for 180 days after you file a 485 application. Now, I have told a different story to another gentleman where he was actually not refiling the application. He is actually interfiling the application. I know that you already know what an interfile is and what a refiling is. So if you absolutely intend to move out of this company within 1 month after filing the 485, my suggestion is don't file a 485, just interfile it.
Got it. I see.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Next caller, and we have a question, Rahul Garu. This is from Ravi9. He says, regarding F2A family-based green cards, the final action date tells it is current for India, but the date of filing is 21st of June 21. So can we file the application now, or do we need to wait for the date of filing to be current?
Good question though. When you go to the USCIS though, for the F2A, they ask you to use the final action dates. Now for the rest, everything they tell you to go with the filing dates, but for the F2A, it's the final action dates that you will go. Yes, it's current right now. You can file the 485 application if the person is here.
Nice. Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, Randy. Okay. Caller with phone number ending in 0614. We're ready for you.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for taking my call. My question is, I got my first priority date in EB2. Priority date is June 2012. And last year we downgraded to EB3, and EB3 is also approved. I got EAD and AP. Just last week, I got my case status updated to interview scheduled by NBC. And then 2 days after that, my EB2 dates got current. I'm expecting like maybe 2 weeks from now I'll get an interview. I haven't got the receipt notice yet. What's my best course of action? Should I?
Wait. What is your priority date you said?
June 2012.
Okay. Since you got the adjustment of status though, your final action dates under EB2 is correct right now, in January at least, not in December, but in January, right? So which most probably by the time you get interview, it will be January. What I would request you is that you take the EB2 approval, do the interfiling there with the officer. Tell the officer, hey, look, final action date is current in EB2. You can adjudicate me in EB2 and you can get the green card approved. Since you will be manually speaking with the officer, you should be able to do it. It may be advisable you take a lawyer with you, then he will be able to convince much easily with the officer.
Oh, okay. Should I write a letter or something, or should I talk to him?
No, there is no need for you. You take it with you, because now if you send it to the service center, by the time it reaches to the file, it may take a long time and it may confuse the officer. There is something there that is pending in the pipeline. I'm not going to adjudicate this case. So I would rather take it with me physically to the USCIS office, do the interfiling there. Look, buddy, I am an EB2. My final action dates are current. So you should adjudicate me in EB2.
Okay, so I'll take my EB2 approval copy. Is that what you're saying? The I-140 EB2
and
approval?
yes, but I would suggest that since it may be, normally it may or may not require to take a lawyer, but I would suggest to take a lawyer. It doesn't have to be a company lawyer. It can be any private lawyer too.
Oh, okay. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks both of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. There's a question from Annie. Says, is a copy of the birth certificate enough when the original is not available for 485? Rahul, I thought we sent copies only, right?
Yeah, but sometimes when they go for the interview though, they may ask for the original though. Normally, if they are from the Telugu states, and most of the other states also have gone into something called e-Seva, we call, our Telugu states call, but in Maharashtra, they call it a different thing, where you pay anywhere between 125 rupees, anywhere between 75 rupees to about 300 rupees you pay, and they will give you a online certificate. So even if your birth certificate you submitted is not the same, but you have a fresh dated thing, but it's been registered before, you can take that one too.
Oh, wow.
For the interview though, when they're going for the interview, I would request you to take it. But Nithya Garu, have I seen recently that they are checking the original birth certificates at the time when we go for the interview? 95% of the time they're not.
They're not, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Rahul Garu. Let's take our caller, Andy. Next caller. All right, caller with number ending in 9689. Caller with phone number ending in 9689. We're ready for you.
Hi, good afternoon. This is MJ.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, MJ.
Thank you, Rahul and Nitya, taking my call. I have a quick question about my I-131. So my EAD got approved. I did a downgrade in October 2020. Now EAD came last week, but with the I-131 is RFE came, and they are telling that you need to give the evidence that you travel outside of India. So I went in the.
So let me understand. After filing the 485 application, did you leave the country?
Yeah, due to family emergency, I traveled.
So they just filed one more I-131. It is considered that.
So what about the existing RFE?
Withdraw it.
So how to withdraw?
By this letter, I'm withdrawing my I-131 application. John Doe. Not John Doe. Don't write John Doe, okay?
Okay. So the same letter, I can just reply back and give the proof I travel outside of India, right?
No. If you travel outside the country, you're not eligible for advance parole. Since they're asking that, hey, you violated this thing, we are going to deny it, they issue an RFE. Instead of denial, you write a letter. By this letter, I'm withdrawing the I-131 AJ. You write it down, you send it to them. They will withdraw the I-131. You file a fresh.
Okay, so do I need to wait for that for filing new one?
No, you don't have to wait. You file immediately fresh I-131.
Okay, as you said earlier, I don't need to pay any amount, right, to file a 131?
Good point. You're right. No filing fees for advance parole. No filing fees for EAD.
So I can file myself and just send that mail, right?
That's up to you if you want to file yourself. But if you tell me that I want to file 485 by myself, I would definitely say no. But if you want to file I-131, you can. Next person, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Yeah. Let's take our next caller. We have a question. This is from Ram Prasad. Says I-140 regular 485 filed concurrently in October of 2021. Currently at the Nebraska Service Center, will be updating to premium processing for I-140. I guess will updating to premium processing for the I-140 help for faster GC/GC?
No, absolutely. There is no connection between the I-140 and the GC/EAD. A lot of people get confused thinking that GC/EAD is anything to do with the I-140. Approval or not approval, EAD will go through by its own.
Got it. Okay. Let's take our next caller. All right. Caller with the phone number ending in 8201. 8201. We're ready for you now. Hello? Please press *6 to unmute your line. *6 to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 8201. *6 to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah. So, hello Nithya Garu and Rahul Garu. Thanks for taking the call. So my son started using EAD for his teaching assistant job in his college campus, which is like 6 to 10 hours per week. So my question is is he considered on EAD completely now or still on H4 since it is just a part-time work?
He is married to the adjustment of status. Even though it's a part-time, even though it's a part-time,
he is married.
He is married to the adjustment of status. He is on EAD. He is no longer on H4.
Okay. So couple of things are going on, right? So for the refile, so is he still eligible to be included, or we should not be, if at all we plan to go for refile?
If you plan to go to refile, though, his I-94 for the H4 is still active, right? It's not expired, right?
Correct. It is still active.
Yeah, he can go to Mexico and come back. It's called automatic revalidation. He can come back on H4 and then you can file a 485 application.
Yeah. So actually two things are going on, right? One is we have a vacation, cruise, right? So still cruise is okay, if we
cruise is fine. I mean,
if we come back.
Yeah, cruise. Yeah, cruise is fine. He can come back. Does he have a passport stamping, or is passport stamping for H4, or is it only the I-94?
Only I-94 actually. We are still on extension.
And in the cruise, where are you guys going to?
Mexico.
Okay, good. You're good. You're good. You can come back on I-94. You're good. The same thing.
And the other thing is
Mexico. Yeah. Cruise is working the same thing.
Same thing. Okay. So and the other thing is H1 extension is also in pipeline. Do you think H1 extension would bring him into the H4 from EAD?
No, he will have to go outside the country and get the I-94 to come to be activating the H4. Okay.
But one question, Rahul Garu. So see, even we went to
in the 485
also, right?
application, in the 485 application, they will ask for the employment history. Have you ever been worked? He has to answer yes to that question, and he has to mention those employment. On H4, since he's a kid, he cannot work. So that's the reason for him to go to Mexico and coming back is absolutely needed for him to file a 485 application.
Okay. So, but one question, actual quick question. Sorry. So when we come back on cruise, right? So they never do any validation or no stamping, nothing actually, right? So how someone knows that we came on H4 rather than EAD or AP, right? So how that is?
They will update. They will update the I-94 when you come.
No, last time, so when we did it, they never did anything actually. They just
it doesn't matter. As long as you show the H4, he's fine. You show the evidence that you went to Mexico and came back, you're good.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, there's a question here from Sharad. Says, I filed my concurrent 485 in October 2020, got my downgraded EB3 140 approved in amendment I-140, current in EB2 for Jan 22. I'm with the same employer with EB2 and EB3 approved. Can I interfile?
No, he filed an amendment though. I would recommend that he file a 485, one more I-140 under EB2 and get it approved.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
They should have filed a new application. We, at the time when we are starting, Nityagar, if you remember, in September of 2020, we have been advising people not to file an amendment, This is the reason why. They shouldn't file. And a lot of other lawyers said that you file it as a new application, they are going to deny it. But it didn't happen. It's the other way around. So this guy has to refile the I-140 under EB2 and get it approved.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our caller, Andy. Next caller. All right, caller with phone number ending in 0864. Are we ready for you? Caller with phone number ending in 0864. Hello?
Hi, I guess able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Hi, Rahul. How are you doing on a Sunday? Thanks for your service.
Sure.
I've been following your perspectives and then recommendations. So quickly, just to recap, my PD is September 2015, and then I did downgrade 6 months back. to EB3, still waiting result. Sure. Meanwhile, I filed H1 and H4 extensions together. It's been 4.2 months. No update on the regular processing. So a couple of questions on this H4 EAD. So my spouse will lose her job by the end of the month. So is there anything we can do?
First is to do the premium. First to do the premium processing of your H1B. That's absolutely no questions in there. Then you probably already know the court litigation thing, what's going on the H4. She has already filed the EAD extension in the proper timing though. All she needs to now have a valid I-94 of the H4 though. If you file the premium processing, you get the H1B approval. And which day is her H4 expiring? You said next month, but which day?
Jan 10th.
Yikes. That's going to be very tough though. The reason is that Jan 10th, she can go to Mexico and come back, but and she has to fly and she has to come back before Jan 10th. But that's very close call. That one risk that you can do. We are noticing that people who came back on the flight, 50% of the time they are receiving the H4 approval until their spouse's H1B expires. If that happens, her EAD is automatically extended for a period of 180 days. The second option that you can consider is to, first is you need to get the premium processing approved. She can go to stamping, but the latest notifications that I got is that they're only available in March of 2022 though. There are some openings that are happening in January. If she's lucky enough, that's the only thing that I can think that can keep her job. These are the only two things that but both sounds to be a little bit risky to me.
Got it. And then any insight on 2015 dates as of now?
As I pointed out before though, I'm looking into the data right now. By the fourth quarter of 2021, which ends in September 30th of 2021, there are 292,000 applications in the employment-based pending though. Out of them though, approximately 60,000 have like some criminal history. They've been there for a long period of time. So technically speaking about, if they would adjudicate the applications faster though, your priority date should be coming in October of 2022. But if they don't adjudicate though, then they're doomed. I mean, last time they only adjudicated 160,000 applications. They wasted approximately around almost like 70,000 green cards they wasted. So if we stop the wastage this year, then we will be in a much better position. Since the COVID is continuing, now London is closed, Netherlands is closed, Germany is having a lot of problem. So we may still have more spillover next year too.
Got it.
So I want you to keep the hopes again and keep writing the letters to the congressman.
Absolutely. We are on the same page with you. Last question, Andy. So what do you recommend for a 19-year-old kid? At what time should I start, given this condition? At what time should I start the F1?
One thing is that in June of 2021, there is a change in the way the interpretations of the F1 are. Previously, we told at 19 or 19 and a half, they should start filing an F1 visa immediately. Though. Now we are backing off on that. No, you don't have to do that. You can do when they are in 20, when they are in 20s also, because you don't have to move your child to the B2 visa. Like the way we explained previously, if the H4 is expiring because your child is turning 21, you need to file something called a bridge application called B2 application. Remember we told you that? That's not applicable anymore. You don't have to do that. So the 19 and a half year that we recommended before, now you can do it when the kid turns 20, but definitely not 21.
Got it. Okay. All right. That's all I had. Appreciate your service. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Folks, I know we have a lot of questions coming in on the live chat and a lot of people waiting on the phone lines. But unfortunately, we're all out of time today. Rahul Garu, thank you so much, Andy, for being on the show.
Thank you for
highlighting a lot of these points today. It was sort of enlightening to learn about the fact that you can get started on your GC process much earlier. I'm sure a lot of especially students would appreciate that, Andy. So thank you so much again from Tvasiatelugu for being here on the show. And for all our viewers, Merry Christmas, and have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week, Sunday, same time, same place. See you again. Thank you.
Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to 𝗔𝗦𝗜𝗓𝗨𝗚 for achieving SAT score 1570, 𝗧𝗘𝗟𝗨𝗚𝗨 1540, 𝗔𝗦𝗜𝗓𝗡𝗏 1510, and many more top 1% scores. Join our Christmas SAT ACT free boot camp on December 23rd and 24th for high school grades 9 through 12. or middle school grades 7 through 8. Also win Visa gift cards. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy, manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers for grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS, VASC గుర్తింపు పొందిన